I already flashed, so. Alright, so you're going back into lane. I would have gone to CS here. I don't think.
Alright.
Yeah, I would have definitely gone for the CS there. Let's see. What does Cassiopeia have? So Cassiopeia has E. So the moment you like, see that right? She EG, right? Yeah, she E the wave. Okay. So first of all, I would prioritize farm as much as I can.
Right.
So basically, what you want to do in the lane is your basic goal for the early game is to just farm for Gunblade. That's like your main thing. You don't want anything to like, you don't want to slow down your pace to like get Gunblade. The main objective is to farm, get gold, and get the Gunblade, no matter through what means, like killing the enemy laner, just staying farming, roaming, and killing things off the map. Like your biggest goal is to get the Gunblade because that's like a huge power spike for you. If you don't have the Gunblade, you're like pretty weak.
Yeah.
I want you to I want that to be like your focus point, so that like, because like I feel like a lot of Katarina players, they try to go for too many kills, but they're not looking at the bigger picture,
Right.
and it can delay the fact that like, you know, they need to get the Gunblade. Because sometimes
sounds like me, yeah.
yeah, right. So like you're just looking for these kills, and ultimately, yeah, it leads to the Gunblade. Oh, Miss Zafira, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, just don't forget that your Gunblade is like the biggest factor. Like that's what you want.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Q's up again. You just farm. So here you could try to look for a level 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if you try to go for it, but Cassiopeia can zone you out pretty well with her E, right? But I don't think she's playing too aggressive. Oof. Okay. So here's one thing you could have potentially done. So you know you have more EXP because you were able to pick up like the EXP on the brand, right? So you're ahead in EXP. So do you know how many minions it takes for you to hit level 2?
I think it's like, I mean, if I wouldn't have the kill, it would be on the second wave, the first or second minion, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, so generally it would be like the 3 melee minions, 3 mage minions, and 1 melee.
Okay.
So then like, let's say this whole wave was cleared. Then like 1 more melee minion would get you level 2.
Okay.
Okay, so, but here you have a little bit more EXP. So what you could have done was you could have saved, like, if you want to go in on somebody, you want to make sure that you have all your abilities up.
Yeah.
So like, potentially you could have saved your Q here and know that you would hit 2 before the cast. So then like that 1 mage minion dies, you if you look at your EXP bar, it's like pretty much full. So then the moment this minion dies, you're gonna hit that. You're gonna hit that level 2. Yeah, and Cass has already walked up. Like she's just farming. She's right in front of your face, right here. There, you could have gone for like a QE auto with the electric Q, and then you would have been able to chunk her out. And when you do little things like these, it sets the tone for the whole laning phase, because she's gonna be struggling throughout the early game until she like pots up, right?
So I shouldn't have used the Q and like prepared myself to hit level 2 and to just straight go in on her while she's like level 1, right?
Yeah, so when she's level 1, she's super vulnerable, especially when you're level 2, because Cat's level 2 is pretty damn strong. And if you have that level lead, then yeah. Remember that you had the level lead because you were able to get the extra EXP on brand. So that would have been an indicator for you to be like, okay, like I'm gonna hit level 2 before this guy. Maybe I could jump in.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't think about that, but that's okay. Right. So I just have to consider if I have a bit more XP than her, then like to use that right against her.
Yeah. Oh, give me 1 second.
Right.
That.
No problem.
All right. Yeah, where were we? Yeah. So then like, it's not even just like because you got that kill on brand. Like, let's say you were able to get the push off sooner. Like, so let's see. If you just slowly look at the minions here, you're what? It's 3 minions each. So this minion's gonna die. And then let's say you didn't get the extra EXP from Brand. Then you would need this one melee minion to level, right?
Yeah.
But so like let's look at it in that situation. So then like she has 2 mage minions up. So she's like 1 minion below you in terms of EXP. So like let's say you're able to kill that 1 melee minion, like you could keep autoing it, rushing it, wait for your Q E cooldown to come up, and then the moment you hit 2 and like she doesn't hit 2, then you can go in on her as well. So it's just trying to take advantage of those like little openings.
Right.
And like level advantages are pretty huge on Cat. Like level 2, level 3 is pretty big.
Okay.
Think about that. But in this one specifically, yeah, you could have definitely gone for some level 2 trade. Even like you could have even just jumped in on her there, to be honest. Like as soon as you hit 2, you could have autoed, proc electric Q. She can only fight back with E, and then you're gonna have your Q up again. So then you could maybe do that in a sense. Like it would still be a good trade for you. First of all, you have 3 pots, just 2.
Right, and she wouldn't be able to really retaliate with just one ability, right?
Yeah, it's just her E, and it's not even buffed from her Q.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's like kind of matchup, right? So yeah, just consider that. Level leads are huge. Rengar's gonna go to this blue. Okay. Okay, so you do have the level lead here. So think like, since you're not pushing the wave, the minion waves are gonna come back so it's gonna meet back in the middle again, right? So if you have that EXP lead, potentially you can go for level 3 and like trade. Poke. Okay. She misses her Q here. That's huge. You should go for a trade. Oof, you messed up a little.
All right.
Yeah. So like her main ability that she wants to hit you with is Q, because the moment she hits you with Q, then she's gonna start like she's gonna be able to like do a lot of damage to you with her E. So your main objective in this lane, dodge Q and punish. Okay.
I didn't actually think about that. I thought the Q was also on a rather low cooldown. I mean Cassiopeia's. So that's what I was thinking here actually. I always have the feeling she has everything up the whole time. Except for W maybe.
So yeah, no, her Q is definitely on a pretty short cooldown, but let's look at this. 4 seconds. As soon as she uses it, that's when you want to punish, because like, so one thing you did good in this situation right now is that you're playing up, right? So you're playing up and you're in Shumpo range. So then you're putting that pressure on her. Like if you ever like throw your Q and you miss, I can jump on you.
Yeah.
Right. And you have electrocute, so you want to like do these short little electrocute trades with her, and you'll slowly chunk her down. And like that's kind of how you want to approach the laning phase. You want to find these little openings to where like you can proc electrocute, win these trades, and then you want to repeat until you can eventually all in her.
Right. Okay. Yep.
Okay, so here, yeah, you definitely could have.
Ah, I queued the minion. What the? Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Okay, so you're not really close to 3 right now. She hits the Q. She hits 3. Mumu's here. Okay,
yeah, I didn't want to take damage for that.
Come on. Okay. So one thing is you want to be constantly looking at the map as well.
Yeah.
So around this time, Scuttle is going to be contested. Okay. Right. And your jungler is most likely going to want to like Scuttle. So like, you know, Rengar's going to be taking... No, he already got his blue. Amumu takes the blue here. See, you're focused on laning, so you can't really see it. So like, you know, I don't expect you to see this, right? But it's more about the Scuttle. So constantly look at where your jungler is, so that like you're able to move first. This is huge because like if you and your jungler, like let's say your jungler and the enemy jungler like starts fighting, mid priority is huge in a sense where you're able to move first. So then like those split second, those like 1-2 seconds you move quicker than the enemy mid laner makes a huge difference, and that can
Right.
like fucking steer the game in a completely different direction. Right.
Okay.
So like here, you could say that you have priority and you're like closer to the Rengar. So you basically have the first move here. You're towards his side and everything. So here you could have definitely moved. If you were just keeping your eye on the mini map,
Yep.
I think you guys would have been able to get this kill because you have your QE up right now. But you didn't see it, so you used your Q on the wave, and you're not really seeing this at all until it comes up to here.
I'm not sure, but I think Amumu. I'm not sure if it's a spectator bug, but I think Amumu doesn't have his flash, and then it would have been really good to like go in on him, I guess.
Yeah. So I actually think he doesn't have flash. I don't know where he used it, but
All right.
yeah, that's kind of weird.
Oh, he used it right there. So.
Oh, he used it right there. Okay, yeah, spectator bug. But still, like, I think you could have potentially killed him there.
Right.
Okay, so you're gonna hit level 3. So okay. So you're level behind, and the wave's pushing into you. So one thing you could do is when the wave is pushing into you, you're not obligated to do anything. Like you
Right.
could just wait for the wave to push into you and just grab all this farm. You don't want to get too aggressive. Like,
Well, you see, that's the next problem. I can't farm on the tower. I can't do it.
No.
It's really hard for me. But,
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I have to train that. But I think you'll see some moments where I have to farm on the tower. It's miserable.
all right. I'll be watching. Yeah. So you're about to hit level 3. You can walk up auto that one. Q is fine. Okay. Okay. Now let's look at what's happening in the mini map. Mumu's getting jumped on. He should be dead here. Okay, but just in case, like, take a look at the map, see what's going on. Situations like these you want to keep an eye out on, especially if Rengar's getting aggressive in their jungle. Just make sure that you may have to move to save him. But in this situation specifically, it's going to be a little bit hard because you're being pushed in, so you don't have the priority. So
Right.
potentially you just want to look out for the Cassiopeia. Like, she can move there first, so you want to be ready to ping and tell them like, yo, don't fight.
Right.
Or like,
Yeah, I did that actually, but yeah, because
Okay.
I noticed like the minion wave was too big, and I didn't really want to lose these minions.
yeah, okay, yeah. So in situations like these, mid laners can't really move because they need to get the farm. If they just leave the farm there, it's not a good move. You just get behind
Right.
in EXP like throughout the whole lane. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see how you farm this. So you
I
have
hope
Q,
it's good. I'm not sure anymore.
auto E auto. You could auto E
Auto
auto
E,
that.
okay.
Yeah, auto E auto that. And then so it's gonna be one tower shot, and then you can auto. Okay, so yeah, that one was full health. I guess it wasn't. So here, here you could Q auto. Oh, E auto.
Okay, got that one at least.
So like that you just auto. That you could have auto E autoed, and then next you know
Right.
that it's gonna hit the mage, right? That's the closest one to the tower.
So so it prioritizes here, or like I didn't know it prioritized melees or mage minions.
Yeah, so it mainly prioritizes melees first because they're closer. So I think it prioritizes whatever is the closest.
Okay.
Okay, so here you could have like queued, and then it would set up the dagger around, and then you would have your E back up again. So like you could use your E to farm again. You know what I mean? But
Right, yeah.
like if you queued this, it could have put this minion at a good health too, so you can auto it, and then you just walk up and then try to grab these with your dagger on the ground and the auto reset. You have
Okay.
QE here, so then like if you see that minion getting hit, you could QE auto it, like before it gets
Alright.
hit by the tower, and then you pick up the dagger and then you set up for the next one, kind of like that.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, so be careful when you go up for CS, especially if she's like kind of in your face. She's gonna try to Q you, for sure. She wants to like pressure you while you CS. That's your biggest thing. So then like when you walk up for CS like that, like try to move back and forth.
Okay.
Like try to like go in, move out, kind of bait her to using it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Okay, so you don't have your E. Okay, you have your E now. You're getting your Q up. Let's see, how many pots do you have? You have 2 pots for farm. Okay, so you see the Rengar is over here, so potentially you can come for the gank. Okay, so here it's kind of tricky going for trades like these, but because you have 2 pots, it's actually not too bad going for those type of trades. You're low on health, so like that kind of means like the lower you are on health, like let's say she has a health lead, then it like kind of put you at a disadvantage if you try to go for trades. So like taking damage early on is like highly prioritize not taking damage early.
All right.
Right. Okay. I should use that Q here. Rengar is gonna maybe go for a gank here. This is where you want to get aggressive. So like I said, Q is the main thing that's you're looking out for. So like every time she uses her Q, try to get aggressive or like move up at least.
Right. Okay.
And look, notice how she's using her Q. She's using it to farm. So like see that pattern and like try to take advantage of it. Rengar's still around. So like Rengar's jumping in. Nice. Ooh, you didn't pick up the dagger.
Oh, I take too much damage here.
Yeah. Okay, so
yeah, I stood in her miasma for like ages.
yeah, that shit hurts. That shit kind of sucks. EW auto. I know you're going for that other auto, but I don't know if you press like I don't know if you use the S button a lot.
No.
Yeah, so you could have like pressed S like right at the tip of this dagger, and then like you would get the max range on the dagger.
Wait, press S? I mean, S is the
stop.
command to stop, right? So
yes.
Why would I pick up the dagger faster? Is it because I cancel an animation or?
You wouldn't pick up the dagger faster. You would just immediately get a max range dagger like where you're positioned. So then like technically a max range dagger would be like if you walk back, then you know like that would be a max range dagger like where you're standing. If you press S like right on the dagger, kind of prioritize getting the dagger, potentially you could have just gotten the like the dagger like pick up without like you might have been able to hit the dagger pickup rather than just like hitting her with the auto and electrocute. But she has her Q up, so then here you did get hit by the Q, so she could actually turn that around. Here you wanted to avoid the miasma for sure. If you wanted to go in on that, also remember that like her Q is on a short cooldown, right?
Yeah.
One thing you could have done is like you could have waited for her to use Q again before you jumped in.
Yeah.
Because she 100% doesn't know this Rengar's in here, but because the Rengar walked out, like that's kind of why you had to go in, right? So EW auto, pick up the dagger, and then you want to like try to dodge her Q here. If you dodge her Q here, that's a free flash for you. Like you're not gonna die. You're gonna be able to fight her. So because you got hit by the Q, but let's say hypothetically speaking you didn't get hit by the Q, out of E auto'd Q'd here instead of QE or try to QE. You immediately get more autos off, or you immediately get that extra auto off, and you could position yourself so you throw the Q this way so that she has to like walk through that area. Does that make sense?
So wait a second. My monitor just went off. Anyway, so I just wanted to ask you again. So, the way I went in is with shampoo, right? I mean with EW. So, and you're basically saying that I should have done it differently, right?
No, EW was fine.
Okay.
You just had to watch out for the Cassiopeia Q, because if you get hit by the Cassiopeia Q, then she can fight back.
Okay. And then I could have went in with the E auto.
E auto Q.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would have been better, because like you can't even jump here, right? So like if you were here and then you jump over her miasma, and then you Q and then you just walk up, it would have been good.
Okay.
But now you're low. So now your priority is to just find a good back. Oh, but this Rengar just fucks up this cast. Ooh, okay. Probably want to go for an E-auto there. Or, yeah. So, if you see Rengar moving up like this, move up with him.
Okay.
He's trying to go for something, right? So you're not in any position to follow up. Like, you have to, like, you should have been more up there.
Okay.
And she's like kind of too, so there's not really like anything to be afraid of, right?
Right.
Here, yeah, she was rooted. You should have eat onto her, not the Rengar. She would have been 100%
Yeah,
dead.
I was trying to get to her as fast as I could, right?
Yeah. So just remember that, like, don't rush yourself too. That, like, yeah. Remember not to rush yourself either. You just get a good back. You have electrocute up. You don't have flash. All you really want to do is look for a good back timer at this point, because you guys are both too low. Maybe no, you can't dive the cash. She has a pot. So what I would do is just, like, you know, just Q. I don't know why you eat there. Maybe to dodge the cast, but I don't think she was gonna be able to hit you.
Probably to farm or something, I guess.
Yeah. So you eat here because you're kind of like scared she was gonna Q you, right?
I guess, yeah, probably, yeah.
What you should do instead, just to save your abilities for any situation that may come up, just like move back. Like, this is a choke point. You know? This is a choke point. So then, like, she's gonna want to potentially Q you here, if anything. So move back and forth here so you can bait it out. So you don't step on this.
Okay. And then I save the shampoo for it to get out if I need it or something.
Yeah, well, what I would do here is, like, maybe find a way to, like, set up a dagger, eat W onto the minion wave to clear it as fast as possible.
Right.
And yeah, I think because there's so much farm, she wouldn't really focus on trying to, like, harass you either. And she's like, she doesn't really have mana. So you just want to let the wave crash into the tower. Just wait. You just need to get the XP. That's it. This is bad. Yeah, don't even.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Let me see what happened here. Maybe potentially you could have fought here. Amumu is level 2, but you're pretty low.
Yeah, I noticed it too late, so Rengar was already dead by the time I, like, put my screen on him. So it was useless.
Yeah, okay. Alright. So you decide to stay in lane. So a good back timer would be if you just, like, clear this wave really fucking fast, or you can try to, like, grab the kill on the cash. She has no barrier, but she does have flash.
Right.
So what I would do is you could either have two options. You could either just clear the wave, or you can try to kill her, right?
Yeah.
And the way to kill her, like I said, is to just outplay her Q. As long as you outplay her Q, you're good. And she could only place, like, so many Qs with that much mana. So that's where you're kind of at an advantage. And what you want to do is, in order for you to manipulate their movement a little bit, you want to, like, catch them while they're farming. So, like, she obviously wants to last hit that one, right? So, so you're going to go for it. Okay, see? Here's another way you could have approached that situation. You had the right idea, but here's another way to approach that situation. And it would have been a lot simpler, and it would have been a lot easier. All right, so look at that one minion wave that's low. I have one minion that's low. She's going to try to get it, right?
Yeah.
You can Q this to set up the dagger as she's farming. And then what you do is you just jump in on that dagger. You, like, W, and then you force her to flash, or you could just potentially kill her there.
Oh, right, okay.
You don't have to always eat W.
Yeah.
Right. And you eat onto the minion. I think eating onto her would have been fine.
Okay.
I think you get your damage off.
Scared because of the tower range, right?
Oh yeah. I don't know if you were in range.
No, but if I would have shampooed, like, on
Behind her.
Probably not, but.
Oh, you actually get the kill and you get the triumph. Nice. Okay. All right. So the wave.
That was lucky.
Wait, what? Yeah, what happened there? She didn't even flash. Okay, so you hit her with 1 Q, so E-Ignite would also even proc electric Q. But here, you got hit by the Q, so you have to be careful for that for sure. What you could have done, I don't know if you had your E up at that moment. Hold on. That's E, right? So let's say you were standing closer to her, right? Let's say you're standing right here. You can reactively jump over that Q so that it decreases your chances of dying in a trade like this.
Okay.
So like
yeah, right here, and I could have shampooed to, like, dodge it, right?
Shimpo onto her and to dodge it, because she's trying to fight back, right? So
Yeah.
like your positioning matters a lot, like how close you are to the person, because it determines whether you can jump on them or not.
Yeah.
Like being in Shumpa range is like a big advantage for you as well. So you could have definitely jumped over that. That would have been good. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. The one important thing is to always have the wave crash, because you know what happens in this situation, right? You know? Hello? Hello?
Oh,
Oh,
can you hear
okay.
me?
Yeah, no, I got muted for a second. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
you know what happens in this situation, right? With the waves.
I'm gonna guess that. I mean, she's gonna freeze it, and then I'm gonna have a really hard time farming.
She can't freeze this. This is not a freeze.
Oh, okay.
So basically, the way the waves work is that, okay, so let's say the waves are even, right? So
Yeah.
this is a full even wave right here. This is what you want when you back, because so what happens is they're just gonna be fighting each other, and the next minion wave is gonna come in, right? You're gonna slowly see this. Also the tower. So basically, the tower is killing off like 1 or 2 minions of yours, and now her wave is bigger. So now her wave is gonna die first, like because her wave is bigger, and now she's losing all of this, and then you're gonna be getting this, whatever stays alive.
All right.
Look at that. She's losing all of this EXP.
Right.
And the
So
rule,
wait,
yeah.
I mean, it would be cool if you could explain me that a little bit. I mean, 'cause that's something I'm really trying to learn. But so, how did you like realize so quickly that like the wave is in a good position for you to back?
So you want to crash the tower. You want to crash your wave into the tower, right?
Yeah.
So then, like, the closer the minions meet towards one tower, it's gonna push the other way. So then, like,
Okay.
so that was a prime example right there. The wave meets closer to her tower. That means her wave is gonna come in, meet up with theirs first. So her wave is gonna be Her wave is gonna be bigger, and the big wave is gonna be fighting your smaller wave before this minion wave even hits.
Ah.
You see what I mean? So like, if you
Yeah.
just watch it. So yeah,
But
minions
the
are fighting.
condition being that both waves are like the have the same amount of minions, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, even if like your wave is a bit, yeah, they have to be somewhat even. Cause like, let's say you were 3 minions over like her wave, then her minion wave would be losing ultimately, right?
Yeah.
But if that wave comes in first, then it could potentially like kill off the wave, because there's 6 more minions coming in.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So then now this is great situation for you, because you get this big wave and she lost that whole cannon wave. So now
Right.
you're up in EXP. So now you could assume that once you get this wave, that you're gonna be like way ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
And also one thing to consider is that you're almost 6. So like 1 minion means that you're able to like maybe take advantage of her level 6, but you want to do it immediately, because
Okay.
she's level 5 and she needs like what, 2-3 minions to hit 6. So like you can assume that when this 1 minion dies, that could have been your chance to go in right there.
Okay.
Like you don't have to exactly just flat out kill her too. Like it may be just the fact that like you're 6, she's 5, so that'd be a great opportunity for you to get a big trade.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be like, you know, I just gotta go in and kill her. Oh, she's not killable, maybe I shouldn't go in. It's not even that. Just pushing her out of lane in this situation would be insane, because then you could freeze this wave,
Okay.
right?
But I was like thinking, most likely I was thinking here like the minion wave is too big for me to go in, because if I attack her, then all her minions start attacking me, right?
Yeah. But what items do you have? Ooh, you do have a cutlass. No, I still think it would have been. I still think it would have been okay. Like, imagine if you Cutlass W ulted.
Yeah.
She has to take a full
Right.
ult to the face.
Okay, right.
So like,
okay.
you know, does your ult out damage like a full minion wave in her Q and E? You know, potentially you could have gone for a big trade there, or like you could have even like set up a Q instead if you want to go for like more of a short trade.
Yep.
And like she wouldn't want to fight back because you're 6. So like just think about that. It's like more of a, the level advantage is huge, especially if you have ulti and she doesn't, right?
Yeah.
But I see you're playing it safe here. Yeah, she was gonna hit 6, but at that very moment you had somewhat of an opening.
Okay.
Okay, here you can't really freeze the wave, so you just clear this
here
one.
I'm gonna lose a lot of minions again, most likely.
Okay, so here you could have set up your W. Like, the moment you kill that cannon, you set up your W, work on the melee minion, and then Q, E onto these.
Okay.
Get some of these anyway. Alright. So now the wave's gonna... Oh no, she's gonna be shoving. Okay. Get the kill.
Oh, I think I nearly...
E auto. Yeah, that should be good. So yeah, no, you definitely had the damage to like trade level 6 for sure.
Right.
I think she should have ulted that sooner. That was a huge misplay on her end.
I mean, if she ults me in my ulti, right? Then I'm not really sure if am I facing her?
It depends where you're facing before you ulted. So like, okay, so here you're facing her, right? Like around here. But let's say you eat W and you like walk this way just for a split second, so you face the other way and then you ult, then she can't stop your ulti.
Ah, okay.
Right?
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Here, yeah, she should have definitely ulted. She just took a full ulti to the face, and she decides to ult here. If you jump on that dagger, I would have tried to see that ulti coming and like look away.
Yep. Yep.
At that very moment, yeah, she's just waiting to use it, right?
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you just shove this one. Okay, so now you're like pretty low on health, so you can't really like roam. But like, let's say you're a little bit healthier, right? Look around the map, see if you could find any kind of opportunity to, because this is your like chance of like having priority. Like you have priority here, full priority, because Cassiopeia is dead, so it puts you at a really huge advantage state where you can like actually walk around anywhere on the map. So like, let's say you're a little bit healthier, then you know potentially you could have dove bot. The wave's pushing, you can have them pushing the wave. You could have dive bot, and they're getting really aggressive on bot. See how low they are? So like, yeah, keep an eye out on those situations for sure. Keep a good eye out on those. So wait, did you actually get Cutlass first? You actually just got the Cutlass first before the yeah, so you had the longsword 3 pots, and then you just immediately built into Cutlass. Is that what you did? Am I muted? Why do I keep muting myself? Alright, hello?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm fucking muting.
No, I hope you're not muted on stream or something.
I'm good on stream. Okay.
All right.
But yeah, wait, did you immediately just build into the Cutlass? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, so remember there's like 2 different ways to go about it.
Okay.
I don't know. I actually don't know how much gold you had when you backed the first time. Forgot I have to check those kind of things. So you had... I check this. Is it O? Is it M? I check the gold, dude. What the heck?
I think you have to. Oh no, you already have the scoreboard. Not sure even.
Okay, so you could have potentially got Revolver, right?
Yeah.
So Revolver is better when you're 6 because your ulti feels better when you're 6.
Yeah.
With AP. Or like this is the way I measure it. It's like pre-6, AD's better. Past 6.
Okay.
That's like how I measure it.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know the exact maths, but yeah. So like, I think I would have gotten the Revolver instead than the Cutlass. I think you had enough money for it. Yeah, you definitely had enough money for it, and you were able to get pots and stuff as well.
Cause I was thinking, I was thinking like, you know, if I have a dagger, then why not finish building the cutlass? Then it's like I have the feeling like it's more value if I just rush the if I already have a dagger, right? So why not finish an item with it?
I think revolver.
But I guess it makes sense if I'm level six that to buy revolver, so I do more damage with ulti.
Yeah, so there's that, right? But on top of that, like, you only get 25 AD and the 10 lifesteal, and like you're mainly only paying for like the slow. That's like the biggest thing with the cutlass. So like
Okay.
revolver gives you that like auto attack, like little auto attack buff, and it gives you that AP. I just think it's more value and it's cheaper. Because cutlass is 1500 for like 25 AD. Revolver gives you 40 AP plus that little auto attack.
Right. Okay.
So I think revolver is more value. If you decide to get the searches here, I think that's okay. All right. So now you should have full control of the lane. 0-2 to 3L, so you're pretty strong. You're able to dodge your Qs well too now because you got the movement speed, the extra movement speed. Let's see. Rengar's up there. Just taking a look at the map. So what you can do is you can just like play for priority, or you can try to like play aggressive and try to set up for a kill on her. I think you're trying to set up more of a kill on her.
Actually, this is actually part of the game where I'm just like, you know, autopilot, go in mid and just farm and see what happens, and then I just react to it. So actually, I have no ideas what I'm doing. I mean, what I'm thinking right now in game.
Okay. So you can approach this in two ways. You could either like keep the shove up. You can decide before the waves meet up in the middle, or the moment the waves meet up in the middle, you can go for one or two choices. You can play the lane slow so that you force the Cassiopeia to walk up so you can poke her out.
Yep.
Or you can just clear the wave flat out and try to go around the map. So then like you look at your mini map and see what's going on and see if there's any potentially any fights that can happen. So like for example, like let's say bot's low. Then you want to just shove this wave and go straight bot so you could dive him.
Okay.
But if nothing's happening on the map, you could play the lane slow and then try to play around this Cassiopeia for now. What you can see is there's two people bot. They were just getting the plating, so potentially the enemy jungler could be up there to stop them. But it looks like they're just backing off now, so you could just play the lane slow here. Now, if you want to punish this Cass, you got to catch her while she's farming. Set up Qs or like catch her like overextending for the minions. Okay. So like it's good that you're playing slow like this because it puts yourself in a position where you can potentially jump in on the cast. So like this is a good position for you because it's kind of predictable what Cassiopeia wants to do. Either she's gonna take this minion or she's gonna get denied by it.
Okay, right.
So like the minion, because your minions are all the way back here, she's forced to walk up. So you can maybe take that incentive to like jump in on her.
Right.
Right. So here, yeah, you kind of had the right idea, right? The engage was just a little sloppy.
Was terrible.
Yeah, engage was just a little sloppy.
Right.
You had the right idea though. So I would say like I would have positioned a little bit more upwards here. First of all, you have a ward, so you have really nothing to worry about in terms of ganks. On top of that, you would push her to the side. So then like you want to be on the other side of her if you're going to try to set up a Q on her.
Right. Okay.
So like if you were here, the dagger would have landed here and you would have gotten a huge electrocute trade. Yeah, here was a little bit you weren't able to proc electrocute either, so it was pretty bad. Yeah, pots? You don't have pots. Wait, how do I check the gold on this, guys? Does anyone know? Oh fuck, what did I do? X. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you. Okay. So you have 500 gold. Okay. I don't know how much gold you back with, but I'd have to see. Alright, so Brand's low. But you're pretty low. So like you gotta be careful with these trades. It has to be calculated because once you're put into a situation where you're this low, you're not gonna be able to move around the map. You're not gonna be able to pressure or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay. You could have E'd to escape that for sure. Just E out. You don't want to get hit by Qs.
Right.
So now she's dominating the lane just because you went for one bad trade. So sometimes like, yeah, you were definitely ahead, but just be a little bit more smart with the trade so that you don't put yourself in this position again. Are you dead?
Yeah,
You're dead.
I'm dead.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Okay. So Rengar goes in. You have EW. So did you flash?
Yeah, I think for the dagger, I guess. I think. I hope it was
Okay.
for the-
Yeah. So you try to flash to like E onto her afterwards so you could follow up.
Right. Yeah.
But then she flashed, so that fucked you up.
Yeah.
So here
I
you should
think I
just
was thinking to use ult. Like I thought ult would be enough if I could just get in range.
yeah.
But I didn't think about a flash at all. So I guess I should keep those timers in my head or something.
Yeah, no. So I get the play you were going for, and that was fine. Just this part here, you weren't gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, this position right here, you weren't gonna do anything. You just walked through the miasma. You weren't able to E, so you ended up dying because you committed after you flashed onto the dagger. I wouldn't have flashed I wouldn't have flashed in on the dagger though.
All right. Okay.
But like what I would have done was I would have already been in position to at least jump on that dagger when I see the Rengar. So then you see the Rengar pings, right?
Yeah.
So either you could do two things. If Rengar is gonna gank, you could save your abilities. You don't have to. You shouldn't have thrown the Q, because if he's gonna go for the gank, you could just spare these two minions so that like the moment Rengar jumps in on her, you could have EW onto a minion and Q onto her instead.
See, the thing is, I only noticed the gank when Rengar was already on top of her. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Right.
keep an eye out on your map. Keep an eye out
Okay.
on what your jungler does, what your team does. You always want to be looking at the map.
All right.
Here's a little measurement for you. I think it was Faker or Opto. I think they look at the map every 10 seconds.
Okay.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, it gives them information, constant information. The map is literally what's going on in the game. So it's very important.
But like, look at the mini map, or like change the view to another lane.
Whatever you need to do. Just
Okay.
I would say you don't need to go as far as like, unless you want to see their health or you want to see anything like that. But you want to be looking at your mini map, because like, you know, let's say you're looking at the mini map and then you see the enemy bot lane pushed in. Then you look over to see if they're low or if anything like that, right?
Okay.
But you mainly just want to see what's going on.
Okay.
You had E here too, so you could have just E'd onto that. I would have been at least in range to like E onto the dagger, if anything.
I don't really. I think that's a spectator bug. I can't really imagine myself flashing if I have E. Like, maybe it's a spectator bug.
I think you actually I think you had E.
Okay, right. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see you E. Cause like, remember when I told you to E out of that Q?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you had it then, so you didn't E afterwards.
Okay. Right. Okay.
All right, so let's see what you got. We're starting to build in a revolver. Pots are good, man. Pots are good. Pots will allow you to go for trades. Like, you could have potentially gotten refill with like a ward for this one. Yeah. You could have gotten pots on the first few backs too.
Right. I just buy pots until I get gunblades, then I like try to depend on the lifesteal.
You mean from the cutlass?
From the gunblade. Like, until I get gunblade, I buy pots, and then afterwards I try to like not buy pots. I mean, I try to depend on the lifesteal from the gunblade.
Okay, yeah. So you can drop pots once you get the gunblade, but before the gunblade, yeah, get some pots.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say refill. It's very cost efficient. Also, look at what's happening in this position right here. So Rengar shoved your wave, right? I honestly think he shouldn't have. But he shoved your wave. So you're gonna be pretty much pushed up in the lane here, and the only thing you could really do is harass this castle in her tower, but I don't think you're going to be able to kill her. She has barrier and stuff like that. So because there's nothing to do in the lane for a while, you got some downtime. You have the minion wave coming in, and you always want to be kind of looking at your minion wave and see
Yeah.
where it is and see how much downtime you have before the minion waves
Okay.
meet in the middle. So like that little
Alright.
downtime, you could like take this time to ward, you could take this time to do like roam or something like that. Like, you know, like this is actually like partially like knowing how to roam as well. Like you need to find these little openings, these little downtimes, so that you can move around the map without getting seen. So like,
Okay.
let's potentially say there's no wards around here. I don't know if there's any wards on the enemy side. There isn't, right? So you can take this time to like roam around because there's no downtime. She didn't see you. She doesn't know where you are, but she's low. So what she's trying to do is back. She's trying to like back up. So that's one thing you can infer. So you have a lot of downtime before like she's going to be backing and then going back into lane. That whole time you could be roaming and you're not going to be losing anything mid because there's nobody there.
Okay. All right.
So let's see what you do. I don't think you have the damage to kill bot. I actually don't know how low they are. All right. So we got the Rengar here. Approaching this fight, what's your main objective if you go in on this?
What I was thinking particularly here, so I went down. I only went down against both of them because I saw Rengar coming down too.
Yeah.
And my thought was here, I remember that I was thinking to kill the Caitlyn first and to also watch out for the brand stun because, yeah. And I'm not quite sure if I actually dodged his stun, but I went in on the Caitlyn, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so yeah, that's good. That's what I was thinking. You have to dodge the brand stun. That's the main thing you want to look out for, and possibly the brand W as well. And you have to play around the Caitlyn E as well. Okay.
Right.
So
Yep.
I would say if you're gonna jump on the Caitlyn, don't ulti too early. She may E. So like you
Okay.
eat W, and then you use that eat W to dodge the brand Q because he might just like EQ you right away.
Right.
So
Okay.
eat W, use that movement speed to dodge the brand Q, and then QE onto the Caitlyn after she E's, and then you ulti.
Okay.
Okay,
So
but
I always
yeah.
ulti in these situations just to get off as much burst damage as possible.
Okay, let's see how this goes. So you could definitely jump in on the Caitlyn. Eat W, yeah, you ulted, but Brand doesn't stun you. You have your W here too. So you could have done here. Brand has a stun, he just didn't use it. Oh no, he used it there. Okay. So I had a feeling Brand was just gonna use his ulti. Right. Wait, did Caitlyn actually E though? So yeah, Caitlyn E, right? So like obviously if Katarina jumps on you, you're gonna try to E away from her ulti, right? So like you could keep that in mind next time you jump in Caitlyn and play around it, okay? Brand fucked up. He just threw his combo on you right away and you had Shimpo, so that's free kill. Here, you knew Caitlyn was gonna die, so you should be spamming your E on this guy and ready to eat W. Like even before. So like even when I'm ulting, I would like as soon as that Caitlyn dies, I would immediately eat W right here. Can you hear me? Am I muted again? Fuck. Muted again. What'd you hear?
Yeah, I can hear it. So, is it maybe something that I'm doing, or?
No. I gotta
alright.
unbind something. Hold up.
Okay.
The fuck?
Alright, so, yeah, I just, I don't know where we were. The Caitlyn need into my tower, so that's basically it.
Yeah,
I mean,
so the Caitlyn E'd here, right?
Yeah.
So the moment Caitlyn E's, you know she was gonna die. She's in a position
Yeah.
to just die. She eat into fucking tower. You should immediately eat W onto this guy. Like,
Okay.
that's your next instinct. You should expect the Caitlyn to die and then eat W right onto the brand. So eat W, but you EQ'd. You could even QE here. QE would have been a better combo.
Right.
If you're just only going to be using Q and E.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a good roam.
Is the reason for using Q after W is because, I mean, I guess you can like catch them on the way path when they're trying to run away from you, that the Q positions itself behind them. Is that like the?
Wait, what do you mean? Mute myself again? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Right. So you were muted, right? So I don't know what I said. I was trying to ask you why you use Q after W.
Q after W.
Yeah.
So like eat W Q.
Yeah.
You want to know why it's like that instead?
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, let's use this as an example, right? So eat W guarantees that you're gonna hit your W dagger because you're jumping right on top of them and then you're Wing, right?
Yeah.
And then you use Q to chase,
Ah, okay.
right? So then like here, so E W, right? So that would guarantee like you have a dagger set up on top of yourself, right on top of them. Like let's say it was healthier, right? And he starts walking this way, you Q. So the dagger will land here. That's where he's trying to go.
Ah, okay, okay.
Right?
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like here, potentially that was a bad cue because like you didn't position yourself to where the dagger would go this way where he's trying to walk. So like what you could do is like when you eat W, you move backwards and then you Q like so that the dagger lands on the opposite side of where you are.
Where he's pathing, right?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So I'm sure there will be more examples for me to explain that to you.
All right.
Okay, so you grab this wave, Cassiopeia's Mia, your team's getting Dragon. So you want to clear this wave and potentially help out your team. Cassiopeia's over there. What do you have? You have... Okay. Still think getting a control ward's good.
Yeah.
So at this point, Cassiopeia's playing pretty back, so look around the map, see what's going on, see what's up, and then potentially, you know, you could try to help out the other lanes. But if Cassiopeia doesn't put herself into a position where you can kill her, then you just want to play priority.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Now
like
the bot lane.
push out the line, push out the lane, and then roam, right?
Yeah, push out the lane, pressure tower, roam, whatever comes after. Like, so here you're pressuring the tower because your bot lane's here too.
Yeah.
And their bot lane's here, so like it's ultimately 3-on-1. So you guys are gonna just be pressuring the tower. You could even look top, see if there's any potential chance of you roaming. Oh, Jax killed this guy. Okay, Jax killed him. That's good. Since the bot lane moves this way, towards the mid lane, you might want to swap lanes and catch this wave.
Ah, okay.
Like if this oh, but you guys end up getting the kill anyway. That's good. So you guys get the platings. Rengar might be going bot. You could see bot lane come in mid because they see it getting pressured, so obviously they're gonna walk mid, right? Or at least Brand if anything, but it's just the Brand. Mumu's just Mia. I don't know where this guy is. Kaelin's probably gonna get jumped on by the Rengar. She's probably dead. Guessing you see the Brand, so you want to go in. So here, when you jump in, you're dodging the Brand stun. That's the main thing you want to do, so you can guarantee the kill. Okay. So see how you play. See how you play that. It's like okay, Amumu was even there too. So you saw the Brand coming up, so you want to kill him. When you eat W, you want to use that movement speed to displace yourself just for that split second. You don't need to be standing there when you W because there's going to be time for that dagger to come up and down. So before that dagger comes up and comes fully down, you can move around so that you don't. So then like here, what I would have done is eat W. I would have shot myself like to the right.
Yep.
So eat W, use that burst of movement speed. Get out of that one spot because Brand, this guy literally just throws his Qs at you.
Yeah,
right.
that's probably the reason I died. Because if I could have moved away from one of his abilities and then get stunned, then maybe I would have survived.
Yeah, you would have been. I think you would have been good for sure. Just remember that like you have that little downtime on W to juke something.
Yeah.
Use it.
So I could do it like every time, right? Because I mean, Katarina is like her attack speed is too low to like do something in that downtime. So I guess I should always move, right? If I E onto someone, and they're standing still, of course.
Yeah, I would say most of the times, yeah, you should be using that movement speed to try to like displace yourself for that split second.
Okay. All
right, let's see. You finally have your Gunblade and you're starting to build into the Zanyas, but you know, just let's take a look at your situation real quick. Everyone is fucking feeding their ass off on the enemy team, right? So
Yeah.
what are like? There's no real damage for you to be afraid of. Like Cassiopeia doesn't have much damage. Caitlyn barely built her first item. Rand doesn't even have his Rallies or Leanders or whatever he's going. Then the Mumu is going tank and Cho'Gath is going righteous. So like,
Right.
there's nothing for you to really Zanya's here. Like you can literally roll over their team with damage.
Okay.
Yeah, they're 2 behind. So building Zanya is like to survive.
So what would you've so what should have I built in this situation? Like Rabadons or?
Let's see. Double pen is always good. Double pen is good
right. You told me
because
that. Yeah, orb. Okay.
the reason why double pen is good is because so you're pretty actually wait you're not too over leveled or anything, but with levels, if you have a level lead, your base damages go up, like because you're leveling your abilities, right? So ultimately leveling up your abilities will put more value into pen. So if you're ahead, double pen is good.
Okay.
That makes sense. And on top of that, like you could completely one-shot this Brand and this Caitlyn, like with the double pen as well. You're just that much. You're just like 2-3 levels above them.
This is, I think, this is the part of the game where I really start feeding myself, like.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the map situation right now. So, in this situation, what would you want to push down first? Where would you want to pressure?
Mid tower?
Yeah, why?
Because I mean it has, I mean, one more plating, but I guess that's not much of a value. But I think to like open the map so that they are more, I mean that's more pressure on the enemy team, I guess, because like we could, I mean they don't have vision anymore there, and then there would be like, it would be much riskier for them to walk around in their own jungle, I guess. But it's like, yeah,
Good answer.
that's my thought process. Okay.
Good answer, right? So, and it's also easiest to get because it's more outside of their base. So like, you know, let's say in theory everything was taken besides like this tower up here. This tower is the safest to get because it's the most outside, like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah.
So keep all what you said and keep what I said in mind whenever you try to push towers.
I also have another small question, like if I buy a control ward, right? What would be like at this moment in the game? What would be the optimal like place to place a ward?
Optimal?
I mean, or the best. I mean, should I like ward their jungle or I mean pink ward, right? Not trinket. Like if I would have bought a pink ward.
And you're talking like early game, right?
No, I mean like
Just in
if I
general?
would have had one right now.
If you were to have one
Hypothetical.
right now,
Right. So where, I mean, I don't know, because you told me before I should buy pink wards, right? So I was kind of thinking where should I place them?
okay, so early on, you know, you could ward the sides so that you don't get ganked, and it's like a ward that'll never die pretty much unless you place another one or unless the enemies take it, right? So then, you know, let's say you place a ward here and you're strong.
Yeah.
Early game, then as long as you can protect it, it'll stay there like forever. So like, let's say you're really fucking strong and then like the jungler tries to like take that ward, you can go down and pressure him as he's like, right? You know, stuff like that. Like you just want to ward one side. You can even like pink ward this side early and just hug it and just protect that ward so you're safe in one side.
All right.
Okay. But now let's see. Right now I think it's really your job to like place the pinks. I mean, it's always good to have a pink, right? But I would basically try to deny visions around the objectives that come up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Does this show dragon timer? Is there any dragon timer or anything here? I don't think so. But yeah, like, so like, let's say you take this mid tower, right?
Yeah.
And then they lose kind of like vision all around this area, like right after their tower. right? Like right past their tower, they lose vision all the way over here, right? So you can use that control ward aggressively to like go into their jungle and then like see if you can enter. So like let's say like you want to catch someone off here, you walk in, let's say the plant wasn't there. You could obviously use the plant, right? But you could use the pink, see if it's warded. If it's not warded, you can make your way up. And then like try to slowly like get into their jungle or get into their space and see if you can like make picks or anything like that. So in that sense, like just clearing vision in general when you're walking aggressively can help. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Seems like you're going for the Amumu. Seems really strong. Alright. Okay. You have Gunblade, right? Yeah, you do have Gunblade.
Oh, I didn't use it?
Okay, so again, you're looking out for the brand stun, you're looking out for Cho'Gath, Q, whatever, but Cho'Gath just uses Q. I don't know where, Abubu doesn't have ulti. But yeah, the main thing you're looking out for is the brand Q, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to just go in and place yourself right in the middle of the team and sit there. Yeah. So like what I would do is eat W, Q, and then I would do that same thing I told you before and just like move around in this situation. Like Brand's gonna try to do shit to you, so you have to watch it and dodge it. Like, so before you jump into a team or like even a game in general, you have to pick out different things that you're like you have to look out before going into the fights. Like I said in the beginning of the game, I'm like, all right, so before jumping into this team, be careful of the Cho'Gath Q, the Cho'Gath silence, Amumu Q, Amumu ulti, Cassiopeia W, and brand stun. But you're not playing around the brand stun at all.
Okay.
Right? So remember, play around the brand stun. And also, that situation could have been avoided if you just focused on the objective here. So like
the tower or something else?
Yeah, so like you could have been here with your team to take the tower. Instead of like having that awkward flank, right? Because like let's say you were just here, you could like EWQ, kill the cast, wait, that Cho'Gath ulted, and then like Amumu already queued, and you could have like set up easier.
Right, okay.
It's just better to fight with your team in senses in like a position like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could have stayed there better, and that could have potentially won you the fight. But it seems like your team does well anyway. Rengar goes in. The enemy team is just 2 behind at the moment. Yeah, so you're slowly still building into the Zanyas. Let's see. Okay, they get the Caitlyn. Now your team can push down this tower. You guys can even get the Rift too. Like.
Yeah, I think I was pinging it, but Rengar didn't want to come.
I wouldn't say Rift right now, but like potentially maybe after you got that tower, you could have maybe gotten the Rift. But I think that tower was pretty free. So, well, now you guys.
Then I saw Caitlyn top, so then I just I think I saw Caitlyn top.
Rengar goes 5. Okay, I think you guys can potentially take this anyway. See, at times like these, like a pink ward would be nice just to like make sure that they don't have vision of it.
Yeah. Okay.
So you guys get the Rift anyway. Alright, so you have the Rift on Cat.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next time your team, like, so you want to be able to use this Rift just to create extra pressure on the map, okay?
Yep.
So you can do a lot of things with pressure. You could like, so these are just ideas, right? So let's say this dragon's coming up, then you could like put the Rift Herald top so you can get the drag for free, because like that there's gonna be pressure there. So then like you could like you're gonna drag the enemy team there or some of them there to force them to react to the Rift so that you have less pressure on the other side of the map.
Right.
You could put the Rift Herald bot so that like you could relieve pressure on the top side of the map or stuff like that. But if your team gathers in groups together and like they go top, then you could throw down the rift as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm just giving you different dimensions.
Yeah.
But yeah, seem to be fighting here. Jax looks dead. Ooh, you cancel the cancel the ulti. A little misplay. All right. Let's see. So yeah, the main issue is you cancel the ult. Yeah.
Oh, so oh my god, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right.
In slow motion I saw it. So I think I ulted and then I didn't
You threw
press Q,
your
so
Q. Yeah, so that was just a misplay on the combo.
Right.
But on top of that, the team was coming, so instead of like autoing onto the cast, you could have like E'd out to safety first before E'ing in.
Yeah.
You didn't need to rush that E auto. I think that cast was pretty fucking dead. And then potentially, like, if you were in this position right here, you know, maybe we would Q the Thresh, then you could maybe follow up and start resetting again.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what you're getting. I'm guessing you get the cloth, maybe the stopwatch. I would get the stopwatch here. Okay, you get the Seeker's Arm Guard and the stopwatch. Alright. Alright, so they get the dragon. Alright, so here he might go for a back, but you kind of want to hover around the team a little bit, see if they do anything, and if not, now you're just looking at the mini-map right here. All I'm doing is looking at the mini-map to see if there's anyone overextending, and wow, there's a Caitlyn and a Cassiopeia.
Yeah, I wanted to go for it, but then I decided against it as soon as I saw Cassiopeia.
Good. It's not worth going 1-for-1 right now. So like, let's say you kill the Caitlyn, but you died at the cast, it's not worth it.
Right.
You basically want your whole team to be like up and kind of pressuring together. Cause like, so let's say like Caitlyn and Cass were here. And you kill the Caitlyn and then Cass kills you, but there's two people here and then like your whole team's top, like then like there's more value to it, right? Because there's actually pressure happening on the map. I think you could have pushed out that bot wave real quick. Pushing out the sides are pretty good because you're creating pressure on other sides. So then like, let's say you clear this wave, it gets caught by like the wave that's coming in, like here. Then your wave's gonna stack up, so it's gonna be a slow push. So then like eventually someone's gonna have to like grab that big wave, or they're just gonna lose all the minions as a team.
Right. Okay.
Like, so the minions are just gonna go to waste. You see the Jax. Your ward. I know you have the rift. Okay, so you want to rally up your team to use the rift at this point. Caitlyn's really low though, so if you see this and Jax is trying to go in, you should be in position to follow up. Cassiopeia, just this where you want to wait for her ulti, but there's a Cho'Gath here. Ooh, yeah, you had to play around the ulti there, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to walk directly into her, and then she could just turn in ulti.
Should have tried to dodge that.
Yeah, you want to like press S or like move away or something, but you tunneled to try to gunblade her, and then you died for it. Times like these, you really like, you saw the Cho'Gath too, like through this ward. Yeah, so you wanted to keep that in mind. Like, it wasn't just, you weren't just able to go in for free on that one. I don't think stopwatch would have saved you there either. See, you see times like those where you just get fucking stunned in one shot.
Yeah.
Zanya's isn't gonna do anything.
All right.
So it's not as valuable in a lot of situations than you think it is. Rengar goes in. Eat. Whoa, he didn't even kill the minion that he jumped on. Hey, how many gold do you have? You have 300 gold. All right. So you definitely want to be dropping this rift soon.
Yeah, I was thinking like, you know, if we would get some kills, then I could drop it and we can make the final push to end the game. So I was kind of looking for that at this moment.
Okay, well, so in this position, where would you want to push?
I was here. I think I was specifically thinking, okay, if like Caitlyn is showing mid, and there will be probably I mean, her teammates will be coming to defend mid, right? So I thought, okay, if I activate Rift top side, then we can get a tower for free, because yeah, it seemed like nobody was there. That was my thought process.
Okay, good. So, I would definitely prioritize the sides a little bit more right now than the mid. But you also have to consider death timers as well. Amumu, I don't know where he is. I think he's in base. Yeah, so he's gonna come protect that. So I don't think rifting mid might actually be okay if you had more people here.
Yeah.
But you're too far, and yeah, I think rallying up your team to maybe like push top or bot would be good. I would say maybe top, because like I said, there's gonna be a wave gathering here. So like.
Yeah.
If you rift top, they're going to be forced to go top. They're going to lose the XP. If someone goes down here, then you get the tower for free at top.
Right. Okay.
You go mid. Amumu and Caitlyn are there. So I think at this point in the game, when you're like, I know you have the rift right now, but what trinket do you have? Do you remember?
The yellow one.
Yellow one. Yeah. So when you're winning like this, like really hard, and like you take all their towers, sweeper is huge value, because
deny vision.
Right. So like, you know, they're trying to ward here to gain whatever vision they can with all these towers gone.
Okay.
But if you're clearing those, then they literally can't walk out of their base.
All right. Okay. Didn't think about that.
Yeah, so it's just a way to like win harder, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can put the rift down here. Yep. So your team's rallied up here. That's good. Ooh, Amumu almost cancels you. You guys just kill him. You should be dead. Nice. All right, now you guys are gonna commit to this push top.
You see, my farm is really terrible.
74. Could be worse, man.
Okay. But I mean, at like 20 minutes, if you kind of keep it the goal of 10 minions per minute, then it's rather bad. I mean, I guess.
Yeah. So why do you think you have less farm?
Because I think I mean, I guess it's because I die so much needlessly.
Yes, that it is very true. And on top of that, like, Cassiopeia, if you're comparing the CS to Cass technically would get more minions, just because like she's kind of stuck farming with all these minions being pushed into her and her whole team being pressured. So in a sense, she would be getting a lot of like waves, right? But then like to counteract her farming, like if you're pressuring like sides of the map, so then like let's say you're pressuring this, then you know they can't really farm. So like as long as you're pressuring, you're not really like letting the team catch up.
Okay.
Cassiopeia gets hooked. Let's see how you approach this fight. W. Ooh, oh, you don't have W. Okay. So you getting trapped there is kind of unfortunate. Oh, make sure to W when you E. E. So like, okay, hold on. Did he die here? I think he eats you. Yeah. So remember that your E should always follow up with a dagger. Like, so like this is like simple cat combos, and in situation like that, like QE is better because you're placing the Q where you're gonna be shimpoing. So like if you E on top of her and then you Q, it's gonna fly in another direction. You have to walk over to it like that. So like if you're already in position to throw the Q and then it'll land here, and then okay, hold on, let me go back. It's like here, right? Q with the dagger will land here, and then you immediately E over, and then like you'll be on your dagger. Okay. So yeah, your E should always be followed up with like a dagger. So like here, if you're trying to get this Caitlyn, which I think is okay, I think you actually would have gotten it, but you would probably die right after. So I don't know if that's exactly worth it, right?
Right.
But if you can, like, maybe fight with the Rengar, wouldn't that be bad? But eat W, like Q, which means that like you're just stuck with no Shunpo.
Ah, okay.
Right? You should W for sure. You need a W. So like eat W, Q, E.
I would have had her. I would have had the.
You would have had her, yeah. She eat right onto the dagger. Okay. But I think you would have died right afterwards. Rengar actually stayed, so you guys would have been fine, I think.
So that means, like, hypothetically, if I wouldn't have had W there, then I shouldn't even E, right? To try and get the kill.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And also like, if you had your W here, you probably would have been able to get away from the Cho as well because you don't have Shrimpo, right? So,
Yeah.
so you, let's say eat WQ, you have your E.
Yeah.
You Gunblade him, you would be able to jump right here, and you'd be away from the
Ah.
Cho'Gath.
Okay.
Yeah, but you W'd. Maybe like you would have had a better chance like picking up the dagger potentially and then Eing out. That
Right.
could have been an option too. Okay, but Rengar is huge. Rengar misses on the K. That was a nice try though. All right. So at this point, here's a pretty good option for you to end the game. You could like. So this is straight like unnecessary. I feel like Jax doesn't need to do any of that. So you're gonna see a lot of this shit in your games, but
Yeah.
yeah, honestly, don't mind it. Shit happens. Just if anything, if you think it's a bad idea, just spam your team to back.
Okay.
So one thing is, like, you have so much vision like cut off here. So like
Yeah.
Baron would be a pretty good choice for you guys because they're gonna be afraid to walk out of their base for sure. You took so many towers to where like this whole jungle you could control. So then if you gain control of this jungle, that's a free Baron.
Okay.
And also, like, if Jax is splitting bot too, you could rally your team to Baron and then try to, like, use that to end the game.
So maybe I guess I should like consider, because now that I think about it, I don't really think during the game that they're much weaker than us. So, but if now that I'm thinking about it, they're so much weaker than us that forcing Baron is basically like forcing them to either come out of the base or we get Baron and like finish the game off that.
Yeah.
So
you're basically using all your advantages to, like, get this Baron and, like, pretty much force it down. Yeah, so there's the towers being gone. You have full control of this area of the map. And, like, you guys are just stronger. So, like, you can put all those together. And Baron can also be taken if, like, if you know where they are on the map. So, like, let's say they react to Jax, like, pushing up. And you see, like, 2 people here, then go Baron. Because, like, 3 people are going to try to fight 4 people at Baron. Then, like, they're just going to lose.
Right.
But remember, it's, like, it's still somewhat 50-50.
Yeah.
Ooh, do you die?
Nope.
Okay, you're good. Zanya's. Okay, so that was a good pick on Cass. Just remember that trick, though. Remember that trick I told you? Yeah, right?
To face another way so she can't,
Yeah, so it's going to be kind of hard to pull off because it's in a matter of seconds, but I think that was a good engage overall. Just because, like, your team was there to back you up. Like, that's a big deal. Your team was around. And you have the Zanyas to stall that out. So, like I said, Zanyas will help you make aggressive plays. So, in that sense, like, the stopwatch paid off. Like, that was a good situation for where Zanyas would be good.
Yeah.
I don't think Caitlyn's going to be doing anything here. Yep. Oh, my God. Okay.
I think it was the brand ulti bouncing like.
Yeah, like really quick past you guys. So you canceled your ulti again, which is kind of unfortunate. You got the kill on Amumu, so remember, you have your E up again.
Yeah.
So, like, if you ever feel like you're in some kind of danger, like, you could E over here on top of him or something. Like, just remember, you have your E, but you're taking all this brand damage, and I think you could have potentially just E'd over him too. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys take the inhib.
Yeah, I guess more or less over, I guess.
This game is pretty fucking over.
So
Yes.
and if I like have ult and I engage with E, press W, it doesn't I mean, yeah, it doesn't cancel out the ult, but I W before I ulti, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you have one inhib gone. Let's see, Amumu's top. Should I go on this guy? Oh my god.
Wait, did I flash?
Yes, you flashed.
Alright, okay. No one saw that.
Okay, so one thing about this combo is...
God damn, alright.
Alright, so the way I would throw out this combo, right?
Yep.
The way you throw out the combo doesn't guarantee the kill at all. So then, like, the way you would guarantee the kill onto... Well, in this sense, it would guarantee the kill. He has no MR, he's, like... You know, he doesn't have the CC to stop you, then like, yeah, it's gonna guarantee the kill. But think about this. So if you throw your Q first, your Q is gonna land here, and that's nowhere where Amumu wants to go. Amumu's trying to walk this way, you know that.
Yeah.
Right? So I would eat W and Gunblade to slow him down, and then I would move myself on the left side of him so that when I throw my Q, it would land on the right side of him, which is where he's trying to go. And then like I would ulti.
Okay. Alright.
And then I would jump in on the dagger afterwards. Okay?
Yep. Yep.
Move was just really weak. Good flash though. Guaranteed to kill. So yeah, I think just bum rushing the team like that is not good. Like your team just running in, but they're just so strong that they could do it, and the Caitlyn was just out of place. So you guys just end the game here.
Alright. Okay.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Dude, that was wait.
That
How
was a
long
lot
was
of
that?
insight that I didn't think about.
How long was that, dude? How long have we been in this Discord call
Oh.
for? Hold on.